Hey, this is Rob Moore, award-winning author and leadership expert and founder of LeadershipPerformanceTips.com, and welcome back. Right now, I am so excited for you because you have an opportunity to invest in yourself. You have an opportunity to pick up my best work I have done so far. The Show Up, Step Out, and Shine Leadership Method, How to Improve Work Performance in 30 Days or Less, is going to knock your socks off. I just wanted to shoot this video and add it to this page because I just wanted to go a little bit more in depth of why I created this book and what kind of chapters are in there and kind of some of the things that I'm going to be talking about. So why don't we just start with the why. The why is because, like I've said, I've seen so many managers, so many supervisors, so many people in leadership positions, struggle or even fail in their position, all because of one thing. One thing. That one thing that they don't even realize they need. Leadership skills. Leadership skills makes the difference. John Maxwell, a guy that I study tremendously, great expert in leadership. He says that everything in life either rises or falls with leadership. And that quote is so true. And like I said, I've learned a lot about leadership over the years. I've read so many books. I have attended so many seminars. I've taken so many courses, so many workshops. I've studied so many good and bad leaders and really figured out, how to be an effective leader. The type of leader that people can't wait to work for and never want to leave. The kind of leader that, gets their people to perform better and deliver results consistently every single time. The type of leader that creates more leaders. The type of leader that connects with their people. And I wanted to put this information all into some kind of book that I can just hand off to somebody and they could read it and be able to learn and apply the things that had made me very successful in leadership, because I believe that leadership is everything. I put it on another video that I shot, but I said that, I don't believe that we need a better president. I don't believe that we need another president. I don't believe that we need more laws. I don't believe that we need the economy to change. But what I do believe wholeheartedly in my heart is that the world needs more leadership. We need more leaders. That's what's going to make the difference. So that's why I created this whole thing. So let's just talk a little bit about, some of the chapters that are in there. One of the first things that I talk about in this book is, the chapter title is Why Most Managers and Supervisors Either Struggle or Fail. So we touched on that a little bit, but basically, I go in and I talk about, some of the most common struggles and failures and mistakes that I see managers make. And then not only that, then I talk about some things that you can do right away to start changing those things. Then I talk about the Show Up, Step Out, and Shine Leadership Method. That's really a very entertaining, really interesting part of the book, because it really talks about how this book really came to be. It really talks about how I developed this whole philosophy of the Show Up, Step Out, and Shine Leadership Method. You're going to really enjoy that. You're going to really enjoy that part. It's like I think it's probably my favorite part of the whole book. Another chapter that I cover in there is I talk about be a better leader. And when I say that, I mean, if you want to be a better leader, if you want to lead better, you have to start off by really making a choice, making a decision that you are going to become a better leader. And when you make that choice, you got to start acting right away like a better leader. You got to start acting that way. You got to be it so that you can do it, and then eventually you will have it. So I talk about, beliefs that you got to go through, and I give you a whole bunch of techniques and strategies on how you can start to be a better leader right now. Another chapter in there is accountability is key. This is huge. And I really just talk about, the importance of accountability, and I give you some techniques and some strategies on how you can hold your people accountable, on a consistent basis. Because if you don't hold people accountable, even your best people will start to slack and start to linger. And you don't want to really, you don't want to disrupt or lose any kind of momentum that you've gained, with the performance of your people. Another chapter in the book is another one of my favorites. I remember, before I left the company that I was working for, before I decided to step out and do my own thing, my boss just really wanted to know why I was able to always have so many people in my building, in my environment, in my culture, so many people be able to get promoted. And then I would always have people already ready to go in those positions. And I use a technique, and the technique is the name of the chapter. It's called Build the Team Before You Need the Team. And I just talk about some tips and some strategies on how you can make sure you always have people ready, to go into higher positions. And then also at the same time, how you can always have people ready to fill those positions. Because right now we live in an economy where it's very difficult to find good people. So my belief is that you really don't want to depend on other parts of the organization, other stores, to pull from when you have a job opening. And you also don't want to depend on somebody coming in the street or finding a good application of somebody to fill a position. So you got to always backfill and have your staffing ready, so that it doesn't matter what happens when it comes to staffing. You're going to have good people ready to go all the time, so that your organization does not skip a beat. So I talk about several really cool strategies on how I'm able to do that. Another chapter in that book is called Connect Before You Direct. Oh man, this is so huge. This is about, I can't give you everything. If I keep giving you everything, you might not even want to buy the book. But Connect Before You Direct is basically, if I was to sum it up into something really quick, one of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of people in leadership positions make is they immediately like to come in and tell people what to do. They don't build any kind of relationship. Some people don't even say hi. They don't get to know each other or anything. I wholeheartedly believe that even if you need something done right now, let's say you're a new leader, you're just stepping into a new organization, and you need something done right now, you can't just step in and just tell people to do things. You want to connect before you direct. And it doesn't take long. You can connect in a matter of seconds. And the more you do it, the better you will get. So that's all I'll share on that. Another chapter is level the playing field. This is another major mistake that I see a lot of people in leadership positions make. They come in as a leader and they believe that since they're the leader, they're in a position of power where they're better than everybody else, or they'll have managers, the management team will be better than the supervisors or the line level people. I wholeheartedly believe that even the leader, everybody is on the same level. Me as a leader, me as a store manager, in my case, when I was developing this material, is, hey, just because I'm the store manager doesn't make me any better than anybody else. As far as I'm concerned, we're all on the same team and we're all on the same level. The guy who's in the parking lot pushing carts is just as important as me. If he has something to say, or he has an issue, or he has a concern, listen, it's just as important as me, the leader, having an issue or a concern. We're all on the same team. We are all on the same level. Nobody is better than anybody else. That is huge. Another chapter in there, and I think this might be the last one. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think this is the last chapter. No, it's not. No. Well, this next chapter I'm going to talk about is called Create a Culture of Transparency. This is huge. I haven't really heard anybody really talk about this. I've read a lot of books. I've been to a lot of seminars, and I haven't really heard anybody really talk about this. So I don't know if this is unique material or not, but as far as I'm concerned, it is. But I talk about creating a culture where people are upfront and honest with people all of the time. If somebody asks you a question, you tell them the truth. Now don't get this mixed up. There are going to be situations where there are certain things that are highly confidential, and you cannot violate things that are confidential. But when somebody asks you about something and it's confidential information that they are asking about, you have to be totally honest with them and be like, hey, I would love to give you the answer to your question, but that is highly confidential information and I cannot share it with you. But for one of the mistakes I see people make in this category is, instead of them being totally honest with the person and telling them that it's confidential information and they cannot share it with them, they don't give them an answer at all, or they blow them off, or they don't even let them ask the question to begin with. So this is, I believe, is unique material, and I think you'll enjoy it. But I talk about some tips and strategies on how you can actually make that happen. That is huge, huge. The last chapter that I talk about in this book, before it jumps into the conclusion and wraps it all up, is raise the bar. And this is really important, because most people in this world don't realize how powerful they really are. They don't understand, they don't know what they can truly accomplish. If you look at the smartest people in this entire world, I'm talking about like the Albert Einsteins. These people, these guys or ladies, have only used about 10, maybe 20% at the most of their brain. And these are like the smartest people in the entire world. So we have so much more potential that we can tap into. So by this technique of raising the bar, is you really want to believe in your people and push your people and really help them achieve more than they really think they can. And I had some really cool, interesting stories in that chapter, as well as some steps on you can take to actually create that in your environment. And that's pretty much all the chapters in the book. I believe that's my top 9 strategies, for this book. When I first set out to write this book, I had literally about 20 to 30 chapters, because I have so many tips and strategies and techniques that I have developed over the years. And I will be coming out with future books, which will include those strategies. But right now, I just wanted to give you the best 9, because I didn't really want this book to linger anymore. I wanted to get it out now, because I'm here. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to help you. And by that information sitting up here, it's not helping you become a better leader. So I was like, let me give these people the best 9 techniques that I know of that have worked for me over and over and over again, so that these people can get out there and lead to the best of their ability. So that's an overview of the book, and that's why I created it. So I really encourage you, to read the rest of this letter here that goes into some more details about the book. Read the whole thing. Read every word. But I'm telling you, these are the strategies that I have used, I have applied, and they have worked for me over and over and over again. And every person that I have ever shared them with, if they put them to action, they worked every single time. They worked every single time. This is the best of the best. If you apply these strategies, I'm telling you, you will have incredible performance in your organization. Your people are going to be top performers. You're going to have more leaders than you can handle. And let me tell you something. That is a great position to be in. When you have so many good people, so many leaders that, man, just profits, results, morale, culture, everything skyrockets. And let me tell you something. The price that I'm offering for this ebook here, you know, a lot of people have already told me, you know, like, Rob, what are you doing? You know, what are you doing? You're not going to make any money off of that. This is not about the money. It's not about the money at all. This is about me helping you become a better leader. So the small investment that you'll see at the bottom, hey, that's what it is. I just want to get this thing out there. You know, I want to help you. And then I want you to just do me a favor. Just please do me a favor. I just want you to either contact me through email, my contact page, or any of my blog messages. And I just want you to just leave me either a testimonial or some comments or feedback or questions so that I can get back to you and help you even further than the book. Because I don't really think I'm going to be able to keep this price the way it is for too much longer. But right now, that's what it is. So take advantage of it. And good luck with everything you do. Just remember, I'm here for you. You know, I'm going to keep putting content here to help you. There will be many more products. And let me tell you something. I'm going to give you everything that I have so that you can help people perform better no matter where they are or what they do. So, now it's the time to make a decision. Go down to the bottom of the page, hit the buy now button, pick up your copy, give it a quick read, give me some feedback, tell your friends to come here and pick up a few, and let's start to change the world, all right? Hey, this is Rob Moore reminding you to show up, step out, and shine. Now is the time, so make it shine. Thank you very much.